Hi everybody, this is Debbie and I am back to share another journal with you. But I wanted to say thank you to all those who have subscribed. It is fun to know that people are watching. If you hear water in the background, it is my son taking his shower. Also, I'm sorry for the lighting. It keeps getting dark and light. I'm trying to film in natural light. We've had a huge heat wave the last week, and today it is still hot, but it keeps getting dark. It's really hazy out there. On with the show here. This is a journal that I made following Crafty Irina's tutorials. She has a wonderful channel, and if you don't know who she is, please go to her channel. She has wonderful ideas and beautiful work and lots of fun projects, and she herself is such a sweet soul. She has no idea who I am, but I'm just commenting on her inspiration. So this is an altered book journal. I've talked in the past about how I just can't seem to cut up books, especially vintage books, and I still can't. But this came from the dollar store. It was a book I would have never read, and so somehow I felt better about it. I don't know. Those lessons that got instilled in me at such a young age are holding fast around how you take care of books and not destroy them, and on and on. Anyway, so this is a dollar store book that I followed her tutorial. I suggest you look it up if you're interested. It's a great tutorial, very easy to follow, very thorough. So I covered the front of the book with fabric and lace and a little piece of burlap, and this is a metal piece that says Moments. Lace on both sides and down the spine, this rosette trim, and the back, this same fabric. So when you open it, the first page, I'm going to try to go a little fast also because I've filmed this video several times and it keeps either being too long or something happens, like the cat knocks the whole camera over. Anyway, here we go. First, a little card. This flips up and it fits in this teeny tiny little envelope on the front page. Here we have a little pocket and some wording at the bottom that says, "Dear world, I have something to give you." Tag, two-sided, and a little either note card or booklet, whichever way you want to look at it. Next page. This is really made out of scraps and things I had around that I was trying to use up. So it doesn't really have any kind of theme. Here we have just a card that I put some of this rhinestone bling. I have tons of this bling stuff from Scrapbook Expos gone by. I'm trying to put it to use. This is a little elasticized piece of lace, and a tag. I made this tag for Tag Swap years ago, and this was the one I made for myself to keep, and it just fits right in there. This side, just a piece. This is new, not vintage at all. It's just new scrapbooking paper in a ledger. So you flip that over, and then there is a bingo card and a tag that lifts out. More bling over here and the word Dare. And that slips back in. This side over here is really a collage. I did a lot of, there's a little bit of sewing and a lot of Mod Podging, some napkin, and then this lace tuck spot that houses just these three little tags in there. Some lace trim on this page, which really goes to this side. On this side, we have just a regular triangle pocket with a little journaling spot that says the details. And then these tags, this is a little oversized for writing or photos or whatever. Another journaling card. And then this is a little glassine bag with confetti in it, which I believe I got at the dollar spot at Target. This is an envelope I made from a book that I have from the 90s or 80s, I don't even know, which was an envelope template book. It gave you like 3 plastic templates, and I went on some kind of spree making bazillions of envelopes, many of which I still have, and so this one fit in color-wise. In here is just some tea-dyed paper, and there is that. This side is a little more the style that I usually create in, kind of vintagey, shabby chic. And here we have just a little tuck with a tag. This side is just a little tuck spot with the folded paper. I don't know who originated this idea. I see it in many people's projects. If I knew where it started, I'd certainly give you credit, but I don't. Somebody might. This side, another pocket page. I folded it down because I was using a 2-sided paper, so I wanted to show that. This is just a brown bag that I made out of some craft paper that I had, and a plain tag, a little tag that says information, and then a receipt tag kind of thing. So those just fit in the bag, and the bag fits in the pocket. This side, again, just a pocket page and a little paper with journaling, whoops, which is tricky to do one-handed. A tag that says, remember this, and then just a teeny tag with a rose. Okay, this side, this is just a piece of lace that serves to hold this card, which is a Graphic 45 card. It went nicely with that paper and the colors. This side, another tag holder. This is tissue paper that one of my swaps actually came wrapped in. I think it might be Tim Holtz, I'm not sure, but it makes this beautiful tuck for this tag, which has music notes that match the music notes on there. This side has another one of my homemade envelopes from a long time ago. I stamped a word on the bottom, but even though I used the correct ink, it was taking forever to dry, and I was getting impatient, and then I smeared it. So I just covered it with a piece of ephemera, and in here more coffee dyed paper, and then this is blank. I was also at this point becoming aware of my bulk factor in this book, so I started to try to be mindful of that. This page, again, just blank for adding photos or really whatever anyone wants. And then this says it's a blank day, so you fill in the blank. And then just some other embellishments at the bottom. More bling, trying to use up that rhinestone bling, and this little bit of lace trimmed, and it's just a flip up. You can write, put pictures, whatever suits you or me or whoever. And then again, a pocket, a little glittered flower, and just a simple tag, 2-sided. Slips right in. Another lace trimmed page. Here we have, this is from a book. I love to use book pages or magazines, like those Sunset books. I don't have a problem tearing those ones up. I don't know what it is just about reading books, literature, that I can't do. And then a pocket with a tag. whoops, I grabbed the one behind it too. There you go. This is a little bit of a thicker cardstock, almost chipboard, but not quite. More bling, and the top says Dream, Live, Repeat. And it is covered with some pink paint that is actually a nice feel to write on. This side, just a textured piece of pink paper, white on the inside, just to write on. Goes under a paper clip. This side is this page is my crazy page, and it just has this little card that pulls right out of this belly band. Here's a little piece of embellishment up there, and then this is a little card that has a playing card, and then a little collage on the playing card, and that lifts up with some washi tape, and that just fits right in there and slides down. This side, I used one of the book pages to create a big side tuck, folds over to the other side, and in the space I just used a magazine photo and backed it with some index card. So that is nice and thick. I covered this with a thick piece of lace so it mutes the writing a bit, and it just adds a pretty touch. So that is the same situation on this page. And here, this is one of my favorite images. I want to say it came out of, maybe it came out of Daphne's Diary, but maybe not because the paper feels different. But it came out of one of those magazines, and I just put it on an envelope. There's nothing in it at the moment, but that just looked really pretty tucked into there. This page we have 2 tags, and this came out of an old deconstructed mini album. So I went through a mini album phase and created many, and this was one that I had that was empty. I never did anything with it. Didn't really like the style of it anymore, although I loved the paper I used. So I deconstructed it, and this is one of the pages from that, which worked perfectly here. This page, little doily, this little pocket I got from our one of my friends that lives on my street. We have a craft group that meets. We used to meet more regularly, now it's kind of sporadic, but this is from a de-stash that she did with just a bunch of stuff she had, and I thought it would be cute in an album, and here it is. So there we go. This is one of my favorite pages in the book. It's just some magazine photos collaged on. This says enjoy, this says don't be normal, be marvelous. And my little 32 is right here, teeny tiny. And then my favorite part is this little Nazi collage, that's what I call it. That's who inspired that. It's just some crepe paper and then some lace, and then a little flower fabric piece, and then a garment pin with this charm. And I just love those little collage pieces. This side, just another pocket and another magazine page, or actually this is a book page, I can tell by the way it feels, and some coffee stained graph paper, and then it's been sewn all around. I like this page too, actually. And then this is just a library pocket with a library card. Life is good and nurture creativity. This side we have just a belly band with a piece of paper, and this actually opens this page just for another sewn tag, and this one says, what does it say? Dear kindness, I appreciate you so. I just love that phrase, so that slips right in there. This just lifts up from this tuck spot, and this says, believe you can and you are halfway there. Actually, I think if you believe you can, you're more than halfway there, but. And then this page opens as well. There's nothing in here at the moment. And then here we have another journaling spot that slips behind some little tags that I backed. This did come from Daphne's diary. And then here's another one of those little lace and bits of stuff collage. And this flips up and says notes. This is another one of those things that sometimes I hear the name of who created this little idea and I can't remember it. And so I'm so sorry, but those of you who know, I'm sure you know, and if you don't know, if you watch other videos, people will say it, and if you want to add it in my comments below, feel free, because I think it's great when people can get credit for their fun inventions. And then this, again, is taken from another book. This was a magazine page. It says fly, and then this tag pulls out, and it is a flip up, and it just has a little butterfly. Seemed to be the theme of the page. And on the bottom, the rub-on says vintage moments or memories. It's hard to read. Vintage memories. I'm upside down. So that is my Crafty Irina inspired altered book. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it, if I'm going to keep it or if it's going to end up in my Etsy shop, which I'm trying to figure out how to do. So I'll keep you posted, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.